People, what's good?
Hey, y'all.
Tonight, we are excited about the third installment of this three-part series that we've done on neglect. We started with emotional neglect.
Yes. Then we went to
mental neglect.
Right.
Tonight, she doesn't know it yet, but the highlight is really on her tonight to discuss physical neglect. So, buckle up, charge your phone, charge your device, subscribe.
Yes.
Make sure you hit the like button so that we can get the information out so that the algorithm can pick you up.
Yeah.
So we can get things rolling.
Be patient if I start harping on y'all. I'm a nurse, so I really...
Yeah, you just feel like a nurse vibe tonight. So, we're excited.
Yeah.
We tried to do this episode in one, and it ended up being three. So, make sure you watch the other two episodes so that if there's something that we missed or referred to in this one from the last two, you can be fully caught up in the conversation. But I'm excited. I think you're going to do well.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's go. What's up, everybody?
Hey, y'all.
We're back. With another episode. We're glad that you are able to join us. This is part 3 of a 3-part series that we've done on neglect. Physical neglect is tonight. The other 2 episodes were emotional neglect
and
mental neglect. Yes. And so you were hot. You was hot last episode. You was hot. I feel like I did a lot of talking the last episode, but you were hot. So, first of all, we got to shout out everyone who has purchased a Marriage is for Grown shirt. Woo! Grown folks.
Marriage is for Grown Folks
T-shirt.
Here, that Kansas time. It just keep getting in the way, don't it?
Thank you for your support.
Yes.
For the encouragement. And you're repping the brand. Make sure if you bought a shirt, tag us. Let us see you in it. We were out of town this weekend, and the lady saw I had this shirt on as a matter of fact. And where'd you get the shirt from? So she ended up taking a picture with us.
Did you find it on TikTok?
Nah, we made these. So she ended up following the page, and I asked her to tag us in the photo. She hasn't tagged us yet, but we're meeting people near and far who, if they already don't know about the vlog, we're putting them onto it. So shout out to those of you who have inboxed the page to a friend, tagged a friend, or commented, or liked, or just are faithful watchers. Like I can't, and you can't really gauge unless you go into your analytics, like who's watching, who saw it. So when y'all let us know that the episodes are sparking conversation, sparking thought, we love it. We're for it all. So make sure that don't sleep. So tonight we're gonna deal with physical neglect. I think I started off. No, you started off.
Dang. Oh yeah.
I think I started off.
No, I did emotional. You did.
So if you haven't caught those other 2 episodes, they are really, really, really
go check it out.
Good.
Yes.
Really good information. Really good content.
Absolutely.
Some things to think about that maybe you haven't thought about.
Right.
Or maybe you have thought about, and you just get to hear our take on it. But wherever you fit, I think it's also important before we get started to remind, we say this every episode, that these conversations are for thought, provocation, conversation, anything else you can think of.
We don't have all of the answers,
There you go.
But we are just here to share our experiences and what we have learned so far on our journey. 18 years.
Now listen, we're not just talking from something that we read solely. This is our lived experience. And your relationship won't look like anyone else's to the T. But like you said, it is just our hope that we can share our experience. 18 years. I don't think we said it last episode. 18 years in the game. So I think that
I couldn't even imagine 18 years with somebody. I be waking up sometimes like, dang, I've been sleeping next to him for 18 years.
I haven't lost you, like you said, alive. I've lost my keys in 18 years. I've lost my glasses in 18 years. I've lost my phone. Like, you still right here.
He almost lost me.
Well,
but he got it together.
Here we go.
And I'm still here.
Here we go. We're doing this tonight.
Listen, we're going to be honest with the people. I be wanting them to know. It ain't going to always be amazing.
So, there was other thing I wanted to say before you jumped into it. Dang, I can't. You get closer, it's not going to help me remember. I don't know. But anyway, 18. So, I was going to say something about the 18. Just our experience. I'll think of it later. But our experience, Brandon, he was on, maybe 10 or so episodes ago. He said something to us that I thought that was really, really, really remarkable and noteworthy to say it on the blog. He said that there are relationships that when they initially come together, that the bulk of the energy and the attention is on them trying to stay together. We're trying to work it out. We're trying to manage blended household. We're trying to manage blending two different cultures, household, family experiences, upbringings, etc. He said, but then there comes a point in a relationship where you have learned that, you understand that, and you commit the rest of the days of your relationship to helping other couples. And I really, really, really feel like, although we've got a lot of learning to do, like we're still figuring things out, this vlog, this platform is really proof of we want to share what we've learned, what we've made mistakes in.
Absolutely.
To help other individuals and other couples. So we 2.0.
2.0.
We have our days, we have our moments, but someone else told me from DC, they said when they see our photos or our reels or watch the episode, they said, and another young lady from New York, my friend from New York, she said, both of them said, you can see the love. Like, it's not pretentious. It's real.
Can you feel the love tonight? Okay, I'll be serious.
So that's a huge compliment because there's a lot of whitewash. There's a lot of stunning on the ground.
Right. So
for people to be able to discern, sense, vibe, catch the vibe of authenticity or feel or observe just what this is. Right. This is just us in raw form. I told someone today, another friend was telling me they got a vlog, you need to watch the channel. And I said to them, now listen, it ain't church. We're not talking to the household of faith. We are shooting it straight.
Right.
We're going to say whatever comes to mind, we saying it. So I said, if you watch it, if you subscribe, cut your pearls. Don't be emailing me, don't be messaging me telling me, I can't believe it. I believe it. I said it. We not editing it.
On business.
Man, I wish I had it on my feet tonight. So, but I think a lot of people really appreciate.
Yeah.
And I think that as we navigate and just talk straight and just be us, those who appreciate it will appreciate it. And those who it offends, it simply means we're not your cup of tea.
Absolutely.
They have flip phones.
They do.
They have Androids.
They do.
And they have iPhones.
They do.
Every one of those audience has a specific niche.
Exactly.
It's tailored to. So, all right.
Some people like coffee. Some people like energy drinks. Some people like green tea. They all gonna give you caffeine.
Okay. Quench your thirst.
Hopefully.
So let's go. Can you remember a phase in your life where you neglected yourself?
Absolutely.
Give us, come on, talk before we jump into physical.
Okay.
What did it look like? Did I ask you this before?
I don't know.
What does it look like when you neglected Brittany? What area?
When I neglected Brittany, I normally ignored what I knew my needs were under the guise of, but everybody else needs me. So what that looked like was a lot of fatigue and exhaustion. Although I still knew how to, keep the train rolling, just internally I was in a deficit, pretty exhausted. Feel like I was short with people. Like I really didn't have patience because I was just like, gotta get done, trying to just get done, just trying to get done. So I feel like I robbed myself of like being present in the moment and experiencing and creating memories simply because I was just trying to take care of all the needs. So it became a checklist versus like, I get to enjoy these things or I get to do these things. So one of the things I say now often when our teenage and preteen child leaves stuff or, wherever and I'm going behind and picking up, I say, you know what? I'm not even going to complain because in a couple of years they're going to be an adult and they're going to be gone. And I'm going to be like, man, I miss having to pick up behind them. So I say that to John quite often now. And he's like, yeah, you are. I'm like, we love when the house is quiet because we just like to chill. But at the same time, it's like the reality of like, man, it's really about to be quiet in a couple of years. So.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Kids young.
We did. We also got married young, so.
This entire series is really centered around discussing the cause, the effect, and the solution for neglect in these three areas.
Right.
And so you said it episodes before, you cannot pour effectively from an empty cup.
That's right.
We talked about, you said putting your mask on first and share line.
Absolutely.
In the case of an emergency. And we also have discussed from a religious perspective how self-hate was taught in, sang in, and the culture around self-hate and
under the guise of humility.
Under the guise of humility and anti-pride.
Right.
It really translated for a lot of us as into a neglect of the body. So tonight we're going to talk about physical neglect.
Absolutely.
And I told a friend of mine today, we were having a conversation at the cigar lounge. And no, it wasn't. It was last week. It was somewhere else. Dang, I'm too young to get it. But we were discussing how when you are in a situation and you are in touch with God in you, Christ in me, the hope of glory. If you subscribe to Christianity, Christian principles, that the Creator is on the inside.
Right.
That we're made in His image. We've dealt with that.
Yes.
But that when you are in a harmful situation, and I'm not just talking about you just need to leave all the time.
Yeah.
I want to be clear. We want to be clear that when we talk, this liberation talk, when we talk about looking at the facts of your relationship, leaving is not always the answer.
Right.
Sometimes it's an awareness, it's a setting and a holding of a boundary.
Right.
Sometimes it's the addressing of the problem within you or within the relationship.
Sometimes just getting a therapist and getting some help.
Right. So it's a couple of ways of skinning this cat as we're talking. But listen, this is what I said. I said, as you become aware that the Creator is within you,
right,
there are just some things that your body will indicate to you, I can't do it no more.
Right.
Now, even if I don't know what my parents might say. I don't know how the kids might be affected if I make this decision, if I change this job, if I move different states, if I trade my vehicle in, if I start a business. Your body sometimes can just indicate we can't do it no more.
Okay, come on now.
The body will just indicate this high blood pressure. It's just an indication of what, nurse?
That you're not taking care of your body.
All right. So high blood pressure means
diet needs to be changed.
But your blood pressure means what when it's high? What's working?
Well, stress can create high blood pressure. Poor diet, meaning your arteries and veins are getting clogged.
So your heart is having to work harder.
Right. Your vessels are under more pressure, which is making your heart work harder.
So the body is indicating something is wrong.
Right.
Do something.
Yeah.
So I thought about this analogy when we were talking. My friend and I were talking the other day that even if your brain says I should, the morality, the respectability, who will say what will they think?
Yeah.
But then there comes a point that your brain is still saying what your brain is saying, but your body is saying, I got to do something different.
Yeah.
You ever put your pants on and they were just too tight and you was like, I wore these last time I wore these and like, it's just... I just gotta do. You've ever looked at your hair in the mirror? I mean, you've ever looked at your vehicle? Whatever you looked at, you start getting fatter. You start losing weight. You just start losing yourself. Right. You're laying in the bed and your toes are cutting your sheets, and you say, "Listen, like something happens where you say, I got to do something." So I just wanted to make that statement. I'm gonna cut you loose.
No, you're good.
That our body.
Yeah.
And
when our values don't really align with what our body needs, a lot of times our body will start talking to us. So like, say if your value is, I'm supposed to always be working, man that don't work, he don't eat. Well, then when you laid up in that hospital because you never wanted to take a day off and you never wanted to take a break, your body is saying, baby, I know what they taught you, but I'm trying to tell you what you're going to need to do if you want to live a long life, and that's rest.
And then you have to deal with the torment of who am I that I'm not able to do what I've been doing.
Yeah. And that's what's so dangerous with forming your identity around exterior factors. So if my identity is, I'm a wife. If he has a bad day, then that is going to make me have a bad day because I'm thinking like, oh my God, well, why couldn't I help him feel better? I'm not a good wife. It trickles into that. Or if my identity is I'm a mother. If my children have an off day, if they get hurt and I'm not able to protect them from that pain, then I'm questioning how I am as a mother. And oh my God, I'm such a bad mother. All they wanted was these $300 shoes. I should have found a way to buy just that kind of stuff. So I feel like it can be very dangerous, like even in your careers, if you make that your identity. Lord forbid if something happens to that, then you're struggling with who am I? Yep. So I think it's important to know who you are as a person. So I am Brittany, but I also get the opportunity to be a wife and to be a mother and to be a nurse and to be a friend and to be a sister. But those things are not my identity. They're things that I just get to do.
I was about to say something so
what?
No, my God. So she's gonna deal with cause, effect, and then a solution or some solutions to the neglect of the physical body. Yeah. All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so physical neglect of self. Okay, so cause. We'll start with cause. Busy lifestyle. I feel like everybody can relate to that. You got the job, you got the kids, you got your responsibilities, you got your family that was there prior to the marriage, prior to the kids. All of them are pulling on you. I feel like I saw a meme and it was like a woman being fooled in a million different ways. So that's kind of what comes to mind whenever I think about busy lifestyle. So we're not saying like if you have balance in it, because I feel like most of the time, even when we say that word, it's bad to say because people are thinking like of a scale that's balanced. But a balanced lifestyle may mean your family is needing more of you right now, so all the other things get less. Or your kids might need more of you right now, so everything else is getting less. You might need more of you right now, so everything else has to get less. So just knowing what that balance looks like in that season, in that time, in that day, in that hour, in that minute is super, super important. But it is something that can lead to, if not checked, it can lead to physical neglect.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm thinking about what we said earlier to that point. Being stretched thin in the name of, if I don't do it, who won't do it? And I think that's like that works. I think we've all done that at some point in time, but that can only go on for so long.
Right.
Everyone has a threshold.
Yes.
Where the body starts to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to eliminate something.
Yeah.
Craig's dad said, you always got some stuff going. You need to get, like, you're going to have to choose what you're going to involve yourself in. And I think that the reprioritization.
Yes, come on.
Of what, come on, that's good, right?
Yeah, come on and speak here.
That is, like, what's most important.
Yeah.
And if you, okay, last point, if you have a hate for self, if you've been taught a hate for self, you will choose you last.
Right.
And then you treat people how to treat you. So it really is it's a yarn ball that, but I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that there is a culture of busyness equaling productivity or busyness to silence the noise.
Ooh.
And I think that we can just get used to being busy to unconsciously or consciously avoid like what the real is.
Yeah, the negative script it wants to play.
Yep, but I ain't say no more.
That's good. Okay, so the next one is stress or emotional strain. So most people, when they are under a lot of stress or emotional strain, they start coping. So that can look like alcohol, that can look like drugs. It can also look like overeating, binge eating. It can look like avoidance or inactivity. So things that you used to do or activities you used to participate in, just kind of withdrawing from those. It can also look like a whole lot of sleep. Oh, I'm just tired. Are you? Or are you stressed? Or are you, emotionally at your max and you're feeling overwhelmed and you don't know what to do with those emotions? So to avoid them, okay, I'm just going to go to sleep. Or I'm just going to stay to myself because I don't want to, put that on nobody else. So things that you used to do to pour into yourself, they're now off the plate because your focus is whatever that emotion or whatever that stressor is.
Can you ask yourself and be aware of what do I do when I am under stress?
That's good.
And just remember that. And then tell the person or people that you are in relationship with.
Absolutely.
If you see me doing what I do for a prolonged period of time, that is my stress behavior.
Right.
Let me know just in case I'm unaware. Let me know. And I think that like when you're in community and you're not just in your silo and you're not just by yourself, it's very easy because you've built a relationship with people who can just observe without it being what starts with the C, a condemnation, an attack. What's going on with your weight? What's going on with your health? What's going on with, I see a change in this area. So
don't be offended if you're saying you're in a relationship with these people.
Yeah. So I have been under stress where like coping, and I talked about this last episode. Some people, like some men, some women, get on the game for a prolonged period of time as a stress outlet. I buy my nails. I'll choose sunflower seeds. There are just certain things that I'll do that indicate to me and to her something's going on.
I'll be like, what's going on?
Something's going on.
What you mean? You've been chewing your nails for 5 minutes and you normally don't unless you're trying to process through something or something got you stressed.
We know a therapist. She's got a doctorate degree. And I was at her house years ago and I was cleaning. And just the way and the rigor that I was cleaning, she stopped me. She said, what's going on? I said, I'm just helping you out. We're here to help. She said, no. She said, the way that you're cleaning indicates that there is something in your life that you feel that is out of your control. So you're trying to clean to create a sense of control through your cleaning. I said, don't diagnose. I did not come to be diagnosed.
I'm just trying to help.
I'm just trying to be a blessing. We're just trying to come over here and help a sweet lady out. But she was so right.
Yeah.
So the body, the physical body will tell you if you got an ear to hear it. You got an eye.
Exactly.
Arms up.
That's it.
That's good. Come on, ebb and flow.
Okay, so the next one is taking marriage for granted. Marriage is for grown folks, y'all. Believing that I don't have to try anymore.
This is on physical neglect.
It's under physical neglect. So I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I think that it is so diabolical to do all of this work to capture a woman or to capture a man, and then once you have them, you just completely let yourself go.
I'm gonna do this tonight.
Yeah, I think that's diabolical.
All right, let's do it.
I'm just gonna say that.
Let's do it tonight.
Number one, because it's toxic to the relationship, because I thought I bought something just like you thought you bought something. And it's toxic to yourself because you're telling yourself in that moment, I don't care about you anymore.
The person.
I got what I felt like I needed.
Oh, Lord.
So who cares what you do now?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you should love yourself enough to want to have the best life possible, to want to be able to experience the best version of you throughout your life and not be like struggling. And I know for me, I probably see it differently than most because I take care of sick people. And I'm thinking like so many of these things that I'm taking care of on a daily basis could be avoided if people would just care for themselves, which in turn is going to produce them caring for others as well. So that's my little tangent.
Oh,
what do you think about it? Now, see, I'm gonna be nice with it. I'm gonna be real gentle with it tonight.
Yeah. And I think that I've seen more examples of an individual like unconsciously taking the relationship for granted. Mm-hmm. And I think that and this is something that couples, we've had to fight.
Right.
Like we just said when we first started, we've been together 18 years.
18 years.
There are times where it's easy just to say,
yes,
you're going to be here 18 more.
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing that nobody physically has to stay.
Yeah.
Like nobody has to put up with your shit. Nobody has to be your punching bag.
Exactly.
People have a choice.
Yes.
Like people have keys and 401ks and vehicles and knives. Like people can do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And I think that when we are in survival and when we're just existing, we're not taking into account that this other person doesn't have to stay.
Right.
They're not there under gun and knife. Mm-hmm. Every day you wake up, every day I wake up, we decide we're going to thug it out.
Yeah.
But there could come a day where you or I could wake up and say, duh, I won't stand for it. Right. And the light bulb comes on that this is some bull. I'm tired of talking about it. Now, R. Kelly said when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do, but it's like running out of love. So like, I definitely have been there where it just seemed like the marriage was being taken for granted by me. And so physically people don't have to stay.
That's right.
I think that's the loudest thing I heard you say on that point, that we don't have to try anymore because it's just habit. But people's body get tired. That's my point. People's body gets to the point like, I've had enough.
Yeah, enough is enough. I'm not doing this no more. And I think what we do that's a disadvantage to us is instead of being proactive and staying engaged and putting in the work, we'll wait until that other person is exhausted physically with us or the partner to then say, "Oh, okay, let me fix it. I'll fix it. Just give me a chance. Just be patient." It's like, well, baby, I've been patient with you. Because now I'm at the end of my rope. That means you didn't have all of this patience to try to make some changes and some adjustments. So I think that that's something that we also have to be mindful of. While you are choosing to be complacent, your partner is enduring that with love, with grace, with mercy, and staying with you. And so to wait until they're at their wit's end and then all of a sudden make this pledge, "Oh, I'm going to do better. I'll never do this again. That's like injury to insult. Like, what? So you didn't know this whole time you needed to do these basic things for me? Like, what? And you want me to stay here longer for you to figure it out? What?
All right,
So you just got to be careful with that as well.
I ain't gonna do it.
Okay, so another way that we physically neglect ourselves is unresolved health issues. I'm just going to jump on my bandwagon real quick.
I'm a nurse. You need an extra mic because I got it.
Woo! Sometimes I really feel like I do. Okay, so the amazing thing about the body is that it communicates to you if you're willing to listen. Now, I do want to let some people off the hook, right? Not really, but kind of. When you don't listen to yourself, it's going to be hard for you to listen to your body. So when you...
Wait.
Yes, I said
that.
Yes. When you don't listen to yourself, like when you override those checks that you're feeling about situations and things that are happening in life and you downplay them and you shoo them off and you say, no, it's going to be extremely hard for you to listen to your body that's communicating to you, right? Okay, so one example, right? And I'm going to tell it on myself first. I have an extremely high pain tolerance. But you know why I have an extremely high pain tolerance? Because I have been through a lot of trauma at a very young age. So I learned how to just live over pain. It's not that I don't experience pain. It's not that I don't feel pain. It's that I experienced so much pain at such a young age that my body learned how to still live through it. That's all somebody who has high pain tolerance is telling you. Please don't be fooled. Please don't be deceived. Please don't feel like you're less of a person because you don't have a high pain tolerance. What they're telling you is they are very acquainted with trauma. Very. Hear me.
It's not a badge of
honor. It's not a badge of honor. It don't make them stronger. It don't make them better. They are very acquainted with trauma. Please hear me. Like literally. So when you're really acquainted with trauma, you either learn how to just live through it and ignore it, i.e. pain, or you become hypersensitive to it. So anything that remotely reminds you of it, you're like, like if you've seen someone who's been physically abused and somebody can just be casually grabbing something, they're going to be jumping like, oh, wait. But they're telling you, my body is so used to trauma that even though you've done nothing that should be dangerous or threatening to me, because my body is used to experiencing trauma, it's responding. So let's talk about unresolved health issues. If you are having pain anywhere in your body, that is an indication that something is off. Mm. If you are more fatigued than normal, that is an indication that something is off. Women, if you are losing hair or if you're having irregular cycles or if you're having super heavy cycles, that is an indication that something is off. Women, if we are experiencing huge mood swings or if we're having, changes in our appetite or excessively gaining weight or excessively losing weight, that is an indication that something is wrong. If anyone is having a huge change in their appetite, if they're having dizziness, if they're having fatigue, that is an indication that something is wrong. If you start having headaches out of the blue, that is an indication that something is wrong. Don't ignore it. Don't say, oh, it'll be all right. No, go get checked out. Do I believe that there are holistic ways to treat what is going on in your body? Absolutely. But this is what I also know. You can't say that you want to take a holistic approach to what's going on in your body and then not do it. So not taking medication is not a holistic approach. Changing your diet, exercise, and getting adequate rest, that is a holistic approach. So we even have to be careful with how we say we're going to deal with stuff because number one, it adds more stress to the relationship because Lord forbid if something happens to him where I have to become his caregiver and not just his wife, now that changes the dynamic of our relationship. That adds more stress to my plate. That adds more stress to our children's plate. That adds more stress to our family's plate because they're trying to figure out how can we show up and support you as you support him or vice versa. So we kind of take these things lightly, like it's no big deal, like, oh, it'll be fine, until it's not fine anymore. Mm-hmm. I literally used to work with an individual that would drink 5 Red Bulls a day. And my statement every time I had a shift is, you need to stop because you're going to have a heart attack or a stroke. That is way too much caffeine and you are overworking your heart. Oh, I'll be fine. You know me, I just love to try to help people. I bought this person a water bottle. I'd be like, hey, I keep at least 6-7 bottles of water with me. If you need a bottle of water, like at least drink a cup of water to try to dilute it. Kid you not. I have been in a different role for over 1.5 years. I went back to that hospital a couple of weeks ago. Guess what? They had a stroke.
Not Red Bulls. It's 5 Red Bulls a day is expensive.
Not small Red Bulls. Like, would bring a case of Red Bulls and try to share it with others. I said, that is diabolical to your heart. No. I said, I don't want my heart feeling like it's about to jump out of my chest. That is not normal. I don't want to overwork it. I don't want to age it before it's time. I want it to live as long as I'm trying to live, okay? Like, I'm trying to take care of the heart that I was given. But yeah, sure enough, they had a stroke. And I was just like, this is crazy. So the love of the Father was telling you every time I showed up at work, hey, you should drink some water. You should drink some water. You should drink some water. Like, this is not good for you. This is bad for your heart. This can cause a heart attack or a stroke. And they were so desensitized to that statement that they were like, oh, I'll be fine, until they weren't fine. So had I been in a relationship with that individual, I would have been frustrated. I would have been annoyed. And for some people, that's enough to ruin the relationship and break it. Like, I have a patient right now who is healthy enough to go home. The wife will not take him home. I'm not playing.
When a woman's fed up,
the wife will not take him home. And the wife is the reason for the patient's injury. Flip the car on the highway. But because of the treatment prior to the incident, she like, nope, not doing it. Patient been stuck at a hospital for months with no place to go. So we play around with this stuff until you don't have any other option. So this individual wants to go home.
This is grown folk talk.
It ain't welcome home.
This is grown folk
It's not welcome home.
Wow.
So if that can happen and it was something out of this person's control, what do you think is going to happen if your husband is saying, hey, babe, like, I'm concerned about your health? Or your wife is saying, hey, babe, like, maybe you should not eat that third bowl of ice cream today. Your arteries might not like that a whole lot. It's a conversation.
Did I just catch a stray?
I mean, no, seriously. Because sometimes we take for granted. Like, you are just tall and thin.
God bless you.
But I remember telling you early on in our relationship, you ain't gonna always be small and thin. You can't be trying to eat fried chicken every week. You can't be trying to eat desserts and cookies and cakes. Because there's gonna come a point in your life when your metabolism changes. But your habits are your habits. And that's what's dangerous.
They coming with you.
Yeah.
Come on, we got to move.
Okay.
We can't get stuck.
Sorry. The nurse. Sorry, guys. Okay. Number 4. Sorry, number 5. Depression or discouragement. So I feel like sometimes when we get depressed, we go into this hole and it's like impossible for us to come out.
Yeah.
And discouragement can kind of look the same way. So can grief. And don't get me wrong. It can touch anybody. It can happen after you have a child. It can happen after you lose a loved one. It can just happen. And so we're not being insensitive to it, but we are saying if that is the case, like, love yourself enough to get the help that you need. Like, that's the only way I really know how to say it. If that is the case, if that is what you're feeling, it's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you small. You're just as valuable and as important as anybody else. But what we do want you to know is get the help. There are people out there that can help you, that can really guide you through the process so that you can get back to who you were prior to the incident. Yeah. And I think that's really important. Yeah. What's your thoughts?
I don't have no thoughts.
What? No. He's trying to be quiet tonight.
Come on, that's good. That's good. You're on the road. Yes.
Okay, so how does this affect self and relationships? So we just gave you guys causes to physical neglect. Now we're going to talk about how it affects. And I kind of spoke to it, but we're going to just go a little more in depth with it, okay?
That's good.
So declining health. If you ignore what your body needs, your body will start talking to you whether you want it to or not. So lack of sleep, right? People will be like, oh, I'm a night owl. I don't need no sleep. I just need 2 or 3 hours. The devil is a lie. Baby, you need some rest, okay? And your body is telling us you need some rest. Have you ever seen somebody that you grew up with and they look like they about 15 years older than you? You be like, what was you doing the past 10 years that I wasn't doing for you to look like you 65 and I still look like I'm 25? What is going on? So we think these things are not affecting us, but really they are. Like, it's important to be concerned with what you're putting in your body. It's important to have some level of exercise. And that doesn't look like the gym for everybody. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you to go to the gym 5 days a week. I am saying maybe walk. a couple of places, or go for a lap in your neighborhood, or go for a bike ride, or just be active. Don't just be sitting all day. Most of the jobs that people have in America are sedentary jobs. I mean, we're sitting at a desk, at a computer, doing whatever we're doing. Your body needs movement. It just does. Plain and simple. I don't know what. Okay. So lower self-confidence, that's also something that can be affected. So I feel like society and culture has taught us that you're not humble, you're prideful, you're arrogant if you love yourself. But I'm saying those things that we're choosing to ignore that we need, it just creates low self-esteem. I mean, really and truly. Because say, for instance, I choose not to go to the gym ever again in life, and now I just turn into a blob. I'm not going to be happy with that. I'm going to feel some kind of way. Whether I'm voicing that or not, is going to have an effect on my confidence because I know what I could be, but then I also know what I currently am. And I have to live with that reality every day, whether I'm speaking to it or not. Give me an example.
Of you living with that?
Yeah, a person living with it.
I think that...
And how it affects that
confidence. It affects their output. I think it affects your output.
Yes, very good. I like that.
And if I think that... Like I was doing a Bible study today on the love of God. And a lady, I asked the question, how do you believe God sees you? She says, I feel like I'm not good enough. And so I said, based on what? This lady's in her 70s. So she gave me her answers and I said that. So we went through a couple of scriptures and I gave her my answer. But if we believe that we're not good enough, it directly affects our output.
Right.
Or the motive of our output. Right. So if I have a low self-confidence and I give you love and you don't respond the way that I thought that you should respond to my love because my self-confidence is low, then I'm going to be pissed off at you, but really pissed off at me because what I gave you didn't hit the way I thought that it should hit. Yeah. But, and I think that we've been there, I've seen a lot of couples who get stuck with just that little slur that you just said, I have low self-esteem. So that can affect your haircut, that can affect your lack of physical activity, your work performance. Right. And I think what we're trying to say tonight is that every part of you has an effect on the marriage. Right. The good, the bad, the ugly. We don't get to compartmentalize what is good and just bring that to the relationship and leave the BS in the basement. All of you, even if you're trying to hide the BS, it's still gonna come. All of you is still here. Like, does that make sense? You just can't. So it is best to address it, to get someone who's certified, who got some letters in front of their name or after their name to assist. But you and I are in this relationship. Yeah. And everything that consists of you and I is also here too. And I think what can be very dangerous when you're not fully aware of how your confidence has been affected through the years when you're in a relationship is that people normally start projecting those insecurities on to their spouse or their mate. So it could look like me saying, why didn't you compliment me today? You don't think I'm cute? But really what's coming out is I didn't feel cute this morning when I left the house. And because you didn't affirm me and tell me that I was, now it's your fault. And it's like, no, it's not. And we can't affirm. Okay. That thought originated on the inside, not the outside. We can't affirm was not there. Ooh. Affirming speaks to the fact that I am reassuring something or speaking to something that already exists. Yes. If I'm in this relationship and I'm at a stage where I'm asking you or seeking from you to build a confidence in me. That's two different. So you can, I almost said some sort of You can swing from the chandeliers,
That's right.
lick, lap, suck, hump.
Mm-hmm.
If that person on the inside doesn't believe that they're enough,
yes, it doesn't matter.
I'm just gonna drop the mic.
And then that becomes frustrating for the person that's in relationship with them because they're like, what else can I do? I told you you fine. I told you the outfit is cute. I'm I respond when you text me. What else do you want? So I think that those are things that can chip away at the relationship. And a lot of times we're unaware that that's even happening because we're not aware that we are still broken.
Okay, give us one more effect. I know we made a long list for effects, but give us one more effect and then let's move into solutions.
I'm going to say shorter patience and energy.
Why does that one stick out? Why that one over the other?
Because I can personally relate when I was neglecting myself and trying to put everybody before me. I was exhausted, number one. But I had a short fuse. Like, can y'all see the space between my nails? Probably not exactly. That's how short my fuse was. Cause I'm like, I'm already putting y'all over me and then y'all gon' and it was like, but they didn't even know. Nor did they ask me to put them above me. So it was like, they was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
Cause they're confused by my response. So that's why I would say that. What you think?
Especially with, and I think that as time progresses, the virtue of patience is thinner. I just think it's in the air, like a paint thinner. Like it's just people's patience is like tolerance for the Buddha is at an all-time low.
Right.
People do not have a tolerance like they used to, and I think that's because of our ability to visualize different lifestyles and just everything in our society.
There's
just
exposure that there are options. You know, back in the day, people didn't know they had all these options. Baby, the internet is a real thing. You can see people all over the world. So you'd be like, I ain't got to put up with this foolishness.
There's, even if I don't get to somebody else who will treat me better, I will leave the toxic on a quest.
Okay.
And if I don't find better, I'm good enough alone.
All alone. Say that now.
Nobody.
Now that is a realization I think a lot of people need. You are good enough all alone. Meaning, if he leaves me tomorrow, I am still good enough. Brittany is still good enough.
I will survive.
Okay?
Oh, as long as I know how to love.
Huh?
Is that what she said?
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Is that, I see the lady with the big head, Diana Ross. So yeah. When patience is thin, like everybody gets it. And I think that there are some things that
even innocent people get it.
Yeah, like there are phases that I have had to exercise patience concerning you,
right,
and you to me,
right.
And if you love someone, and there is a love of self, and if you love that individual,
right,
like I can wait because I've got things that I've got to work on. So I'm not making you the priority.
Right.
You are not, the 911 in my life.
Right.
I've still got things that I'm working on. And love is patient.
That's right.
Love is kind. Like love has some attributes to it.
Right.
But I don't want to say but and.
In
addition to when someone has revealed to you that they just don't want to be there.
Believe them.
What are we waiting for?
Well,
if the person is brain dead, there's no brain activity, you can leave them on the machine for just hopes and we trying to wait for the family to fly in. But the brain is gone. And the only thing that is keeping it alive is the machine. Yeah. It's time to call the family in, call the pastor in, say a few prayers, and it's time to pull the plug.
Can I just make a side note?
I'm sorry.
Y'all was really trying to be this, and I was really trying to be
I was hoping I sparked it.
Ooh, I think he did. Let me tell you something else that I feel like is very diabolical. The statement of, well, I'm just going to stay for the kids. That is toxic. Do you hear me? Capital T. Oh,
this is a press conference. You need more than one mic.
It is toxic. Let me tell you why it's toxic. because you are a model to your child of what is supposed to be normal in this world. They get to view you every day, your behaviors, your responses. And when you tell them that you're quote unquote staying for them, then they are going to feel the exact same way when they start reproducing. So what that looks like is, if they happen to get with someone who's no good for them, female or male, because listen, it's not limited to, a sex. When they get with them and you're looking at them saying, why are you dealing with that? Why are you putting up with that? You know what they really thinking in their head? Because I read the book of you my whole life.
Okay, come on. Press conference up. Any questions?
I read the book of you my whole life. You taught me how to deal in dysfunction. You taught me how to be comfortable, how to sleep in it, how to wake up in it, how to play in it, how to thrive in dysfunction. So it's like, why do you have this expectation for your child to magically be better when what you gave them was dysfunction? That is diabolical to me. I'm just saying, as a kid that lived in it, I feel like I have the right to say it.
Yeah.
So, as an adult, I tell my kids, I don't have all the answers. I tell my kids, you know what, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have responded like that. Because that is how I want them to interact with other adults when they grow up. And we tell them, we're not raising y'all to be kids. We're raising you to be healthy humans. So when you leave this home, you know how to treat others.
Mm-hmm. Does your, and I've had to ask myself this question, does the pattern that was in our current relationship, did it model the pattern of my parents? Mm. And did I want the outcome of the script that had already been written?
Isn't that crazy? We'll follow a script that we despise and then be like, oh, dang, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you know the end.
And sometimes we still won't self-correct when we see that we're doing the very thing that we despise. Now that's where it get me. It's one thing to see it and be like, whoa, wait, I'm doing what I said I hate. I need to change some things. I need to get some help. It's another thing to see it and keep doing it.
And I don't think we zoom out enough to realize we are acting the script out of our parents. Let's say if they had a horrible, every parent blueprint didn't have a negative outcome, but that's like watching a movie and I laugh at certain movies and I already know the ending. Yeah. Like, what's at the end of this. Harp will beat on Sophia will beat on Harp. Like, that's what's going to happen. And they're going to end up having a bunch of kids and separating. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I've asked myself, wait a minute, is this Richard and Johnny May?
Okay.
Because I know how that movie, I may not know how this one ends. Listen. But if I'm following the script of Richard, or if I'm following the script of that union, I know there's a church in the town called Greater Union. I know how that movie ends. Yeah. It doesn't end well. Absolutely. Someone's going to say, the boo. Yeah. Okay, give us solutions tonight. You beat us down tonight. You terrorized us.
I did not mean to beat anybody down. But
how does an individual who's heard this conversation put answers to? Where do we start? Where does an individual or a couple who's watching this? I've neglected myself physically.
Right.
What should I do?
Okay, a couple of things that I would start with, and then I am going to give you guys solutions as well. But
it's more tenderizing. Okay.
Tell yourself that it's okay to love yourself. It doesn't make you prideful or arrogant to love yourself and to choose yourself. And you are worthy of choosing yourself. Like, that's so important. Like, to me, that's a foundational thing. You have to know that it is okay to choose you. It is okay to love you. And I'm not talking to the narcissists in the room. We're talking to healthy, sane people. It is okay to love yourself and choose yourself. It really is.
Can I add this while you load up the clip for the solutions?
Yeah.
If the decision that you made in choosing you, if the byproduct is not fruitful,
right,
then that means that the decision that you made to choose you missed it. Like, I made a decision recently that was a choosing me, and it caused what I would like to say World War III. Okay. Now, if anybody, including your big bag, if anybody asked me, do you regret? The answer would be hell No, the camera sheet is zoom in and make it really that. Hell, everything that it has cost me was accounted for. And if I had to re-choose the decision that I made next week, I would choose the same decision next week. When I say that was a God decision what I'm saying is I want to contrast, because I think that some people will hear this and say, well, I'm going to leave a situation because it don't serve me. We got a lot of that going on. After you make that decision because it ain't serving you, it ain't stroking you, and then it gets hard, and then you are faced with the decision, do I want to come back and say, I'm sorry? Do I want to acknowledge that I've up and the decision that I thought that I was making, I wasn't ready to stand on business.
Right.
My recent choice that I made, put the microphones together and let me do a press conference. Because I got to take another choice too. Give me a press conference because I am willing to double down on the decision. And every day I wake up, it is a new confirmation of the validity. Every day his new mercies. What I'm saying is,
you got some help.
There are some decisions that you will make that your body will indicate you can't do this any longer.
Amen.
And you make that decision and you find out it was the right decision.
Amen.
But there are other times that we feel this liberation and we feel like I can't do it no more and this job ain't serving me. And then you quit and then it's time to pay the rent. And then you like, okay, am I going to swing with this pole? Am I going to sell this yayo? Am I going to donate some plasma? Like, you really got to deal with the consequences. So I want to preface what you said by making sure that our audience is clear.
Right.
Don't let this liberation talk have you write a check that y'all can't cash.
And there's a difference in liberation and then just making a uncalculated decision and not counting up the cost. There is a difference, y'all. Like, we're not saying, all right, well, she said, no, that's not what we're saying. And even choosing you is using wisdom, because do you want to be homeless?
All right.
Do you really want to be alone? Like, there's things that we got to talk about.
She said, you make this money. Really, the money make you.
Okay, like case in point, when we were in a rough season, right, I was ready to pack it all up. And I had to stop and be like, okay, wait, Brittany. Is this what you really want? Like, this is what your mom did. Is this really the path that you want to take?
Is it too soon?
Exactly. So for me, what I did in that moment, number one, I prayed because I was like, let me help get my mind, get my emotions. Because when I'm passionate about something, when I'm passionate about something, I'm passionate about it.
You did what?
I had to pray.
Come on, let's bring that back. Come on, y'all thought we left this. Come on here.
You can call it quiet time. You can call it meditating. Whatever you have to do to get to a place where you're of sound mind and you're not being influenced or intoxicated by your emotions, do that first, okay? I strongly advise against making a decision in the height of an emotion because our emotions are forever changing. So a decision that you can make in this moment, you may not feel that same way in 10 minutes. You may not feel that way after you sleep and wake up the next day. So be cautious. Number one, pray, meditate. Whatever you got to do to cool off, do that. If it's to take a shower, go sit out and let the wind blow on your face, whatever you got to do.
You speak from nature.
The second thing that I personally did, I started counting up the costs. Like, okay, these are my grievances, and then these are the benefits. Which one is outweighing? And then I feel like there's something about like really looking at what you're complaining about, because then you be like, wait, is that really a big deal? Okay, you leave a t-shirt on the floor, but like, do you divorce somebody over that? Like, it's a t-shirt. If it's bothering you, you can pick it up. Or you can say to your partner, like, this is really like making you want to leave the relationship because you won't pick the shirt up. But normally we don't say nothing. We just be annoyed or irritated. Okay. So number 2, you got to start counting up the costs. Okay. Number 3, what did you contribute to the dysfunction that is in your relationship? Now, baby, this part was hard. Okay. Cause I ain't going to have to look at my hand in it. But it was necessary for the reality that, okay, are you really willing to walk away from this relationship knowing that you haven't fully done your part? So I can't nail you to a cross and not be willing to nail myself to the cross for what I was supposed to do. So, okay, I can give a laundry list of all the things he's supposed to do as a husband, how he's supposed to show up for me, how he's supposed to affirm me, provide for me, take care of me, love me, kiss me, hug me, all the things. But I can't sit over here like I'm exempt. Like, I can just be, but he better do all of these things. No. That's not how a relationship works. And this is one of the reasons why we say marriage is for grown folks. Because part of being an adult or being mature in a relationship means, okay, if I'm going to crucify him, I have to also be willing to crucify myself. So what are the things that I promised and I vowed to do? And what are the things that I promised and vowed to, to show him so that he knew that I loved him, so that he knew that I was committed to the relationship? And am I doing those things? And be willing to sit in that truth, because it's not going to be easy. It was like, when I got to step 3.
You got wisdom tonight.
It was like nails on a chalkboard, because the reality was, although I was pissed off, all caps, pissed off, annoyed, ready to bounce, ready to pack it up and do whatever I had to do to make it work, the reality was I had not shown up fully for him either. There were things that I wanted from him. I still had not even communicated to him, and I was ready to walk away from the relationship. So when I was faced with that level of truth, it really was like a sobering pill.
Like, like a horse pill, like 800 milligrams.
I mean, when I say sobered me up, I was just like, whoa. Okay, I am being really critical of him in this moment, but I haven't taken the time to investigate what's going on with me and how I'm feeding the thing that I'm saying that I need from him in a toxic way where he can't show up for me either. So I think that those are things that are super, super important to look at when you guys are getting into the decision-making phase. And if you are honest with yourself and you look at those things, and you may even find out, like, I'm toxic and he toxic, and I don't think we got the tools to make this work. And that's why we say, get a therapist, get a counselor, get an outside person with credentials that can help you really kind of like sort through those things. Because sometimes you need that help, and there's nothing wrong with needing that help.
Come on, hit us with the last one. You got one more. I know there's one more in the
What,
chamber.
step 4?
There was one more in the chamber.
Step 4?
Yeah.
I would say choose love. I feel like a lot of relationships are transactional. Like, what can you give me? What can I give you? What do you need from me? What do I need from you? But I'm telling y'all, in the hardest seasons of our life, it was love that kept us. When I was sick of him and he was sick of me, when he was sick of me and I was sick of him, when life was just like straining and stretching us to the max, it was the thread of love that kept us like getting up and trying again. Getting up and trying again. So I do know love looks different in every relationship, but I'm telling y'all, like, love has to be in the foundation. It's going to be extremely hard for a relationship to thrive long term if love is not in the foundation. Like, because think about it, our wants change, our needs change. So
our weight.
Listen, weight
tax
can
bracket,
fluctuate. Yeah, tax bracket,
kids.
all of those things. So getting with somebody simply because of what they can tangibly produce and give you, it's not going to be a long-term thing. It's just not. Because then you start discovering who these people are at their core, and you're like, oh, I mean, I know you paying all my bills, but So I would just say that those are the things to consider before making those decisions to like eliminate things or eliminate people.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
We talked about Tina last episode. So
Okay.
Tina again. But Tina said,
What's love? What's love got to do? Got to do with it. You gotta do the show this. What's love? Okay, he's over here. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, so here are some of the effects of physical neglect of self and how it can affect you and also your relationship. So, declining health. So, people that you are seeing age faster, people that you are seeing that are sickly.
But you already did that. You want solutions.
Thank you. Keep me straight. He said, Okay, solution. Prioritize health routines. So, that could be going for walks in the morning or in the evening. Going to the gym. Listen. The gym, if you do it right, if you ain't in there trying to compare yourself to everybody you see walking through the door, but if you are literally going to the gym to just become a better version of yourself, it will definitely help your self-esteem. It will definitely help your self-confidence. It will definitely help your mental state. Like, A good workout in the morning, baby, will be fuel all day long. It really just will. It just gives you the juice that you need. Like, all right, I started the day off right. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. Okay. Schedule checkups. If you are, okay, I hate to even put it like this. Okay. If you're a teenager, but you're sexually active, you need to go to the doctor. Get checked out. Okay. There are free clinics you can go to if you're afraid to tell your parents, but I do advise that you communicate with your parents that you have made the decision to start interacting in sexual intercourse. If you are an adult, and I do mean 18 and up, you should at least be getting a yearly checkup. At least. Your insurance will normally cover a yearly checkup at 100%. Do you know why? Because insurance would prefer to pay for a checkup than have to pay for an illness. Go get checked out.
Well,
Just saying. Okay. Reignite self-presentation.
that's good.
Oh, isn't it? Isn't it good? Isn't it good? I think it's diabolical to only try to look good for someone else's applause. Baby, when I get dressed in the morning, I want to look good for me, okay? When I stand in front of that mirror, I want to look good for me. I want to feel good about how I'm presenting myself to the world and how I'm presenting myself to my men. Can I just say this? This is just a little side note, okay? This is just a little token, okay? A little nugget of gold. Invest in some lingerie. Your naked body is fine, but baby, dress it up. Show some effort. Because if you putting a full face on, doing your hair and dressing to the nines to go to work, and you come home and want to throw a bonnet on and some raggedy pajamas, baby, please. I'm just saying, baby, please. Put some lingerie on. They got all different types, okay? All different types, okay? If you a pajama person, they got sexy pajamas. And honestly, lingerie is for you.
They don't want that lingerie.
You should feel good about how you look, whatever version of you. And if you're investing in your health and your well-being, even if you have put a little weight on, you're still gonna love you.
They got one size fit all lingerie.
You don't have to be married to wear lingerie. You can be single and loving yourself and have some lingerie on. Okay, but let's not play crazy. Okay. That's my level. Mutual encouragement. You're crazy. I think that it's just healthy to encourage the person that you're doing life with. Like, I want you to do just as good as me or better. And he feel the same way. So we are constantly pushing each other to be the best version of ourselves. Because when you shine, I shine. And when I shine, you shine. Like, to me, that's real simple. You know how the young people say.
It creates an unnecessary tension for you to be tip-top health.
Yes.
And I'm sitting over here looking like the penguin off of Batman Return. Like,
I'm just going to look away.
That's a mismatch. And I'm not talking about the aesthetics. I'm talking about the work. Mm-hmm. You know, if that person did do a surgery, they had it chopped off, you know, they moved from their stomach to their booty. Ooh. I'm talking about, like, that other person went through the labor to invest. There's a confidence that they have.
Yeah,
it's an accomplishment that I got my body back together.
Listen.
And that I've seen couples that have had that physical work that one person has put in their body and the other person did not for whatever reason. I tell my thyroid issue. No. That has created tension in relationships that we know. Yeah. One person got fit and the other person turned into Humpty Dumpty. Yeah. And it's like, wait a minute.
Right.
Okay, because I'm getting compliments and I'm getting more fine and you're getting bigger, whether it's the man or the woman. And it's like it stirs a pre-existing because we have to remember now the external is a byproduct of what's going on the inside. So if you're walking around, you got one side of your hair in braids and the other side in the afro, and you just don't have no desire to do anything about it. That is an indication, a physical indication that something is going on the mental.
Yeah, on the inside.
So, like, it's not about who's fit and who's not. Right. It really has to do with self-esteem. Mm-hmm. What do you feel? Because if you feel good about yourself and you love yourself, you're going to say,
Right.
I saw what I saw in the mirror, and I don't like it. Let's put the game plan.
And I'm gonna do
coach.
something about it.
Let's do something. I ain't gonna blame you about. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we've seen couples like down through the years, and even us. Like she started to gain weight, and I didn't say anything about it. Cause I was like, man, I didn't hear you know talking about a black woman's
and I rebuked him.
Black woman's weight.
I said, you had me around here fat and wasn't gonna say nothing. That ain't love. Love is like, hey boo, you stretching out. What we gonna do about it?
Now I had my own trauma going on. I was doing
and everybody is not like that, but I'm just a straight shooter in that way. Like I feel like to love me is to be honest and truthful with me. Don't be around here talking about, oh, I was lying to you to save your feelings. No, you wasn't.
Had you around here looking like the penguin.
Listen, and don't get me wrong, there are things in life that will cause different changes and fluctuations. So I'm not saying like, you know, don't give your partner grace or mercy, but like, let's do something about it. I saw what he was saying, whether I was saying it out loud or not, I saw it. And
she saw what I was looking at too. In comparison, you know, these slim women, now the headache, what is that? So it can create.
Everybody gave me as direct as me, but you're right.
It can create contrast.
Yeah.
Like if you're not getting whatever you're not getting at home, but you're getting it at work.
Well,
you're getting it at church.
Well,
needs are gonna need. And old wise man years ago said that sin is an illegitimate response to a legitimate need. Yeah. So even though the behavior may be incorrect, harmful, illegal, one day we got to discuss
what was the
what was the action meeting. We don't get there. Why'd you steal? Well, there's a reason
why people are
doing it. So anyway, this was good.
Wait.
What?
There's one more. And we gotta say it. It's super important.
Okay. Here it is.
Address the root. Okay.
This is a solution to physical neglect.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so if the root is depression, trauma, just your past in general, please seek help. Like, get a counselor, get a therapist. If you need meds, get a psychiatrist. All of these things are okay. Get pastoral support. Like, get some kind of help. Don't try to, like, fix it all by yourself. Because that can be very dangerous when you're, you know, what do they say when you're the judge, the jury, and the executioner? Like, you then become your worst critic, and it's hard for you to hear anything else. And a lot of times you begin to isolate, and it's affecting the relationships around you, and you're unaware until it's too late.
My really close friend of mine said the other day, after reassessing a storm that he went through, he said, I'm getting a professional involved in every area of my life where there has been damage done. I'm getting a CPA, my finances, I'm getting a trainer. For this body, I'm getting a therapist. For this head, I'm getting a professional barber for my like. I am getting advice from someone who is certified in every area. Now, everybody may not be able to do that at one time, but the principle remains:
get help.
I got to get help. I got to get help from somebody who is a professional in this area. Your friends and your crew, they're cool, but they might not have the answers. Now, we've been married 18. You know, I think we're doing all right. But like, even though an individual may not want to, for whatever reason, ask us for advice. Just get it from somebody.
Exactly.
Because some of your friends are toxic. Like, some of your friends have bad advice. Some of your friends want to see more time with you and will give you bad advice to kick it with you. Not understanding that you going on. No, I'm not kicking it with y'all. I need someone who's going to be able to roll in these sheets with.
That part.
So anyway.
Just saying.
You got any more? Was that, did we empty the clip?
I think we did.
This was good. This is your highlight. It was on you tonight.
Whatever.
With that bamboo green shirt on. So listen, we got some things coming up. We're going to kind of switch it up a little bit. So if you are loving the content,
yes.
If you are resonating with what we're saying, if you like how we put it down, you like how we do what we do, there's going to be opportunities for you to kind of get locked in with us a little bit more on the marriage and relationship tips. So be looking for that. We are constantly innovating,
absolutely,
building it as we fly, trying to make sure with our schedules and the balance that we have with work-life balance, kids, to also make sure that we can give you all as much of us as we can give you without overloading us, but also making sure that we can serve those of you who like what we do on a greater level, on a more intimate level. So again, shout out to every one of you who have subscribed.
Yes.
For real. Hit that. If you're watching this and you don't have a YouTube account, a Google account, get one.
Yes. Like and subscribe.
That helps the message get out. Inbox it to someone. A real Mark. We got to shout out before we go. We got to shout out Marcus. Marcus, all the reels you see, all of the video editing, Marcus is that guy.
He's the man behind the magic.
He's been just rocking with us since day one.
Yes.
And so we greatly appreciate him. So
absolutely,
we are intentionally on purpose trying to grow the brand so that we can get the message out.
That's right.
So the lights, the pictures, all of that is a byproduct of us trying to get this information out. So if you rock with it, if this has helped you, if this has sparked a conversation, positive or negative, all publicity is good publicity.
Well,
just spell the platform right. It's all good. Somebody put the eyeballs in the comments, and I put the eyeballs back like, what? So, what? We said what we said.
If you have questions, comments, or concerns, we are here to answer them, okay?
We standing on it. So, it's one thing we always say before we end every episode, and that is this. Marriage is for grown folks.
Yes.
We'll see y'all next episode.
Bye.
Peace.